stock right here, then you just take it right down and this will stop.
Okay. You watching this?
Recording.
Oh. All of it?
Just started.
No.
Now, while I'm thinking of it, if anybody tells you you can take this out of here and bring that arm up this way, just say thank you very much and just ignore them.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. If you do that, it's going to get blown away.
Okay.
It's just not strong enough.
Okay.
This comes out like that.
Okay.
And I don't recommend it.
Right.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Once you've got it down on the stops, and you loosen these, and then this pulls down here, just to get that back there. Yep. And that goes down to the bottom. And for right now, you leave these loose, because this is going to come up.
Okay.
As this comes up. This awning is in great shape.
Yeah, it is. It's in really good shape.
I mean, I don't know what year this is, but
It's a 99.
99.
oh,
Yep.
So
Yeah.
this looks like 3 or 4 year old awning.
Yeah. It's in great shape. Must not have been used much. Will be now.
Yeah. Okay. If you're by yourself, you have this firmly in hand, and you reach over here and you flip that lever. At this point, it's going to want to go up.
Okay.
So if you got somebody to hold onto the arm
Yeah.
while you go down there, then you do that. If you're by yourself, you just walk down. Let the strap go up at a little bit of an angle.
Okay.
The reason for that is so it doesn't all bunch up in one spot,
Okay.
because it will wrinkle the fabric.
Okay.
And don't be afraid when you get toward the very last to
Kind of let it get in there to click itself in.
good. Yeah. Once it's up, you just snug that knob up just a little bit.
Okay. Pull them
Squeeze
together.
those together.
Okay.
And now it's good for travel.
Great.
Yeah, that awning is really nice shape.
Yeah.
I think that table will come out here too.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was maybe for a table, or I've seen some with outdoor grills on them.
Outdoor grills.
No, that table won't come out here.
Okay, so it's just for.
That must have been for a grill or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. What else is out here? 110 volt outlet. That's pretty much everything on the outside.
Since I'm recording now, is there any way I could get you to give another once over on that end real
Sure.
quick? Just real quick. So we don't second guess ourselves?
Yeah. Okay. There's your power cord. Just stuff it in until the end is sitting right there. This is your sewer hose storage. Your holding tank valves are down here. The small valve is your gray water. The large valve is your toilet tank. You want to leave that toilet tank valve closed to let the tank fill up. Usually you would empty the toilet tank first and then the gray water tank. That'll just help flush your hose out.
Okay, great.
Keep an eye on your tire pressure. That's your furnace vent. Outdoor
Cable.
shower. This is ventilation for the refrigerator. Keep an eye out for bugs there. Keep an eye out for bugs on the water heater. Keep an eye out for bugs on that. Don't know if they make a screen for that one.
Okay.
But if you wanted to make something, you'd have to make it out of stainless steel.
Okay.
Okay.
Because galvanized, the fumes will just turn it to rust
Okay.
in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And this is your battery compartment. Check the water on the battery once a year. And I didn't mention before, but in the wintertime for storage, take the battery out, take it home.
Okay. All right.
I got the pilot down.
You got the pilot down?
No problem.
Okay. Great.
That's just like an old household water heater.
Yep.
Except for
We've
this-
got familiar with
except
that.
for
We're
that
familiar with those.
springy part.
Yeah,
you, don't,
except for
you don't see that on houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them got the button you push
Yeah,
down.
you push down.
Yeah.
It's a 2.
Is it?
Set this right here for now. Let's go inside.
All right.
Inside, babe.
Yay.
show you this first. That's why I got all this thrown all over the place. Your water heater is right here.
Okay.
Your water pump is right down there. If you were going, are you going to winterize this yourself next year?
Yeah.
Are you going to use the antifreeze?
Yeah, I'll probably
The RV antifreeze?
Yeah, that RV pink antifreeze.
Okay, you're going to have to make up lines and bypass the water heater.
Okay.
You know, a little piece of hose
Yep.
with 2 male fittings on it.
Okay.
And then you'll have to make up a line. This fitting down here that's closest to this wall, that's the inlet side on the water heater.
Okay.
You'd have to make up a fitting to go on there, to stick in a jug of antifreeze,
Okay. To be able to pull
and then
through.
turn the pump on
Yep.
and
Okay.
pump everything through. So put this jigsaw puzzle back
Yeah.
together. There. I've already got this sitting down because you should have that down for travel.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just not steady enough.
Okay.
Is there a piece that goes over that to make a bed, or how does that work?
The rest of the cushions.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
A couple little ones.
That makes sense.
Excuse me. Okay, your stovetop is pretty basic.
Looking right back here.
You'll need one of these.
Yep.
This would not be doing this if those
Yeah.
jacks were down.
Yeah.
Right.
So those all work.
Great.
This is your range hood. There's a little light, and then the fan. But remember, you have to move those
Yes.
flippers down on
Okay.
the outside.
Yep.
So. Now, your refrigerator. This is a manual you have to select. It will work on either 110 volts or gas. It does not work on 12 volts.
Okay.
Okay.
So it needs 12 volts. No, it doesn't. No, this would work even without a battery in this system.
Okay.
Right now it's on AC. Oh yeah, you probably
Okay,
have
yep.
better eyes than I do.
Yep. AC.
It says AC, and this is your latch to keep it from flying open,
Okay.
and it's starting to get cold. It's icy in here.
Okay.
These take about 4 to 6 hours to cool down,
Okay.
so you need to plan ahead.
Okay.
If you want to run it on propane, that's your off switch.
Okay.
You just switch it to
Switch over to gas.
Then you switch here. You hold this in and you hit this clicker.
Okay.
Now, see that little line
Yep.
moving up there? That tells me the flame is already lit.
Okay.
Hold this in for about 15 seconds.
Basically, until the pilot says it's on.
Yeah, it heats up a thermocouple.
Okay.
And then you can let it go. If that stays up there, then you know everything's good.
Okay.
So when you're traveling down the road, you can run it on propane.
Okay. Keep everything
And it'll
cool.
stay cold.
Okay.
Great.
And then this shuts it all off. And when I do that, you'll see this
Watch
go,
the gauge go back down. Okay.
down. And your
You see
temperature
that's cold
is right
gauge.
here. That's max. To be honest with you, usually somewhere down around 5 is all you're going to
Probably
need.
the best. Okay.
The only qualification I'll give you on running it on gas, if you pull in to fuel up and those vent doors are right next to a gas pump, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Stop before you pull in, turn it off.
Turn it off.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, most of the time you're going to have your tow vehicle out here and
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is going to be sticking out.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
but
Just in case.
just
Yeah,
on the just
yeah.
in
no.
case, you know.
Don't want to find out.
Well, especially if you pull through and
Yeah.
you're next to a different pump.
Your furnace. Oh, you do have a microwave.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know how you work it. Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
That should get the plate warm. We'll just let it run for a minute. Make
Yep.
sure the plate's warm. Made me nervous for a minute. Okay, your furnace has a positive off on the top of the thermostat.
Okay.
So when it's pushed over this way, no matter what you do with the temperature setting here, it's not going to come on.
Okay.
So when you want to run the furnace, you push that way,
Okay.
and then set your temperature. There's a little bit of a delay. I had the furnace running a few minutes ago.
Okay.
That'll kick on in a minute. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
And it doesn't light right away. It runs for about 20 seconds before it lights.
Okay.
Matter of fact, we'll probably be able to hear the flame. Yeah, I can
Yep.
click, I hear the flame.
Yep.
We'll have heat here in a minute. This is your only source. It just blows straight out here.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll keep this
I'll
nice
say
and
probably
warm.
Oh, yeah.
not too large, so it
Yeah,
should do.
yeah, it'll do a fine job.
Yep.
Yep, it's warm.
All right.
Yep. It is.
That's our test.
Yeah. Good test.
Oh, you got some shells in
Yeah.
That's nice.
Wow.
Somebody must have put that in. They usually don't
Yeah.
have that in there.
Great.
So, your air conditioner is just you set the knobs and
Mm-hmm.
well, let's get it going on. Medium cool. This is all the way to cold. It'll take a minute or so, but it should get cold.
Yeah, it's cold already.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. There's a filter up in here. You just push this like that. I'm in the wrong spot.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You just rinse it out once in a while.
Okay.
Throw it back up there. Now you gotta push in. If you break it, we got about a dozen of them in the back room.
There we go.
So, anytime you turn the AC off, you always want to wait 5 minutes before you turn it back on.
Okay.
You know, if you turn it off and then by mistake or something,
Okay.
because they'll overload.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's about it. If you're plugged into a household outlet, you don't even want to try,
Okay.
because you're going to melt that little cord adapter, that 30 to 15.
Yep.
You'll probably melt it.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll fuse it right to your existing plug.
Okay.
We don't want that.
So, I think all your lights are individual switched.
Okay.
Radio works. It's just these two speakers right here.
Okay.
Nice.
Sometimes we get anything inside the steel door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's turn the heat off. We got heat now.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I felt it. She was warm.
Okay, when you don't want it to run, because if you forget to turn this off and the battery's hooked up and there's 12 volts, that furnace is going to come on and run. So that'll run for about 3 minutes and then shut off.
Okay.
This table lifts up like this and comes out of these brackets and then pivots down to make into a
Okay,
bed down
another bed.
here.
Okay.
And you just make the cushions just fold in.
Good storage up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have storage
Yep.
everywhere.
Good amount.
And some cubbies and
Let's see, what was that? Your TV, that's what I'm thinking of.
right here.
Okay. You can hook a TV up here. There was another, or you can hook one up here.
Okay.
Oh, great.
There's a booster for the antenna. And that's this little slide switch.
Okay.
If you're trying to get antenna reception,
Yep.
that has to be on.
Okay.
Okay.
Or you'll get nothing.
Nothing.
You'll get snow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, nowadays you'll get a blue screen.
Yeah.
Right.
But you won't get anything.
Okay.
So, but if you're not using it, leave it off.
Yeah.
Now the antenna cranks up, just follow the arrows. Right now it's like a T up there, like a wing.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. If you need to, you may never have to do this, but if you want to try to rotate it for better reception,
Yep.
Yeah.
you just pull this plate down,
Okay. And then.
turn it, When you go to lower it down, though, you have to line these 2 pointers back up.
Okay.
They're right over here,
Okay.
and they have to be exact.
Okay.
If they're 1 notch off,
Won't work.
it won't come down all the way. It'll come down to, like here and stop.
Okay.
And then you want to make real sure you lower this down before you're going down the road. I've
Yes.
seen them going down the road countless times, waving around. And there's a lot of play up there. They're not meant to
Yeah.
go down the road, so up in the air. So,
Well, I bet you see some things and just shake your head at people.
oh yeah. And I heard it hit the roof, so
Yep.
I know it's down.
Okay. Another light.
This is your power panel here. You got 12-volt fuses, regular 110-volt circuit breakers.
Okay.
There is a little fan in there. You'll hear once in a while, depending on how
How much you're running?
much stuff you're running.
Okay.
It's just a cooling fan.
Yep.
If a breaker ever pops, you have to push it all the way to off.
Yep.
You know about that. A
Yep.
lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Really?
I've been on service calls. Have you tried resetting the breaker? Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I drive for 40 minutes, you know. Click. And this is just a little quarter turn.
Okay.
Beds will be last. Bathroom. This is, I'm going to climb in here. You got a shower curtain there you can put up on these hangers.
Okay.
This is a 2-lever toilet. If you pull the first lever, it adds water to the bowl. If you pull the back lever, it opens up the valve and puts water in.
Okay.
So you can raise the level here
Yep.
and flush it like that.
Okay.
Now you have to use RV toilet chemical. You might want to pick some up at the store. You can get it at
Okay.
Walmart. You have to use RV toilet paper. You can't use
Okay.
Charmin.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't use the nice stuff. Sorry. You just can't. It won't. RV toilet paper, if you took it in a little container of water and shook it up,
Just
it would,
disintegrates.
it would just, what they call bloom.
Yeah.
It would just, Charmin won't.
Yeah.
You ever done, oh, don't ever let Kleenex go down here either.
Okay.
You ever leave a Kleenex in your pocket? It's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah, they
still
don't
there.
break- they don't break
down at
it
all.
lives.
So, this is a vent pipe for the toilet.
Okay.
Just so you know what it is.
So it's basically the same concept as mom and dad's foot toilet.
Okay.
You just got the hands on the.
Yeah.
You just use the
Yep.
levers on the back.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with those.
Now, the drain for your tank. If you look down there, you'll see it.
Okay.
And it's just a little half turn. And
Okay.
that'll empty the tank out.
Okay.
And that's why I had these off.
All right. And there's more storage underneath this one also.
I believe so.
Yes,
yeah.
there is. Oh yeah.
Great.
Lots of storage.
Great. That was the goal of skipping the pop-up camper.
Yeah, they get old.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
we have a 5-year-old and 2 labs that are big, and
Oh, okay.
so we
You have
figured
a
we'd
full house.
max it
Yeah.
out right away. So,
pop-up wouldn't do it.
yep. Great.
Now, let's see. That's an escape window.
Okay.
Just go out the door.
Yeah.
Can you imagine climbing out of that?
No,
No.
no.
But OSHA and
Yeah,
Yep.
gotta have it.
you know, it's what they do.
Yep.
So you got hot and cold running water. Takes about 20 minutes for the water heater to come up to temperature. Don't try to run it while you're going down the road.
Yep.
Yep.
There's too much wind. It won't work.
Okay.
Now the beds.
Yes.
Let's do the front one first.
Okay.
Okay, this mattress cannot stay there. These do not fold up
Okay.
with that mattress there.
Okay.
Nor does the back one.
Okay.
I kind of figured that.
They just don't. So I'm gonna crawl in here.